All right, we are here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 7 of Surviving and Thriving Corona. I'm Amanda Anderson, and along with Veronica Benson, we are Women Celebrating Women, and we love to gather women together and gather women that make an impact on their community and other women around them. And we have been doing these conferences every week for the past 7 weeks. You guys, quick blowing my mind. 7 weeks is a long time. And trying to help us survive and thrive during Corona. So today we are talking about the new normal. Like, what does that look like? How can we survive it? How can we thrive during it? And how can we help our families and our children during this time? So we are super excited to welcome our first guests on today, the Moments to Celebrate. We've got Kristen and Danny, and they are going to share with us some exciting things and ways that we can celebrate our teachers and also our graduating seniors, because let's be honest, like, this is such a bummer for them. So what can we do? Share with us your wisdom on things that we can do to make it special for them.
Awesome. Hi, Danny's in the background with the baby. Sorry, you can hear a baby for a minute.
She's got twins.
Yeah, Danny just had twins. They're like 7 weeks old, and baby Owen is not loving life right now. So it's okay. I'm talking first anyway, so we'll let her sit there for another minute. We got this. So I have a high school senior this year, and if it had been my son 2 years ago, he would have been like, I could care less. Like, who cares if I don't get graduation? But this daughter, that is not how she feels. So I have to appreciate her feelings and acknowledge them and realize it is a big deal. So I have, with a couple of my neighbor ladies, we have put together, actually, Amanda, I think it's with your neighborhood too. So I probably will be driving through your neighborhood, a senior parade. So we are getting all the seniors in their cap and gowns and putting them in trucks and trying to keep them distanced in the truck. And we are driving through the neighborhood, and we're encouraging the seniors to throw out candy to the kids. And I'm making them some candy lay necklaces to wear. So we're trying to make it fun the best that we can. My daughter was thrilled with that option, so yay. That's an idea. Oh, I should show you this because it's our cute little pennant. They're gonna hold some of these too, the 2020 graduates in the parade. We have those on our site. There's my little plug for that. But my other idea that is my favorite, and I haven't got on top of this yet, but my cute other friend has gotten on top of this, and I'm gonna send an email to all of my friends. So I'm like, well, London's friends, like maybe moms that she knows really well, her best friends, and family and people that are away or even near because we can't see them, and have them record a little video or send a picture with a thought that we can make into a video. So, I'm like, how fun is that? Nobody else gets that. Nobody puts forth the effort in usual life. So I'm like, that's awesome. So I think she'll really like that. Another favorite idea is decorating your front door. So I decorate my front door with everything that has to do with my daughter, all of her accomplishments, any activities, anything she's involved with at school, and invite people to come by and wave to her and hand out cupcakes to celebrate her graduation is another great idea. Something that kind of doesn't go along with celebrating that, but kind of goes along more with like in between phases. Sorry, I should have grabbed this out right here. We have these really cute scratch off bucket lists, and we have a graduation one. There you go, see that one? So you fill in, like, the idea is that she will fill this in, like everything she wants to do before she goes to college this next year. So any of the activities she wants to put in here, and then we'll put the scratch off stickers on, and then she can scratch them off and do them one at a time. So that's something fun that she's actually looking forward to this. So we're gonna get that together. Too bad I didn't do that before now, so you could have seen it filled out, but we're flying by the seat of our pants here in life, like everyone, right? While we were planning stuff for graduation, Danny and I were talking to how are you gonna end the school year? Now you're the teacher who is the end all be all, right? Like, you're gonna end up this year and you better make it fun, because gosh darn it, those teachers make it so fun at school, and field day, and I mean, all these things. The kids are like super bummed about not yearbook signings. I mean, you all know the gamut of things. So Danny's so in the process of this, we decided to create something for ourselves. And then we thought, well, do other moms want this too? So we have this available too. But Danny's going to talk a little bit more about that. She's just feeding little Owen a bottle. So
just multitask like all of us moms do. Okay, so we have a free or a printable. Sorry, it's not free. It's 50% off right now. It's $5.
Yeah.
It's quarantine printable, so it has like some fun mom awards that are silly at the first. But I wanted to show you guys a couple of the other pieces that are good for like the end of school. We have like a little congratulations, and it just has this little funny still at the bottom of a little memory of this year and what it was like being in quarantine. And then you can sign your name at the end because you were the teacher. You know, just being
the
silly.
best teacher ever.
I think that's what it says.
Is it?
Oh no, the teacher, also known as mom. That's what it says. But then we also have these, which I think would be super fun to take around to the neighbor kids. So they are, the first one says like bookworm, so you could add it with gummy worms. They're just to add with little treats that you could go take to your friends. Like my little kids would love to do that. Little donut one. I think this one was for Pop Rocks in the corner, and then this one was like for like fishy crackers or some kind of like Swedish fish. So just create a little something for them, a little treat for the end of school. Along with that, I know she showed the other pennant, but we also have these quarantine pennants. Yeah. And so it just fun things just to remember this kind of weird time. Oh, yeah. And we did put it on a straw because you might not have access to dowels.
Everybody has a straw, right? So you can tape it onto that.
Get out your straws and use this. That's all part of that printable. But some of the other ideas that we had talked about, we did a little spill the other day on this.
In our group.
Yeah, in our group. So we talked about taking the treats around. This one I really liked was to write a letter to yourself. Like, have you guys ever done that where you write a letter and you're like, open this in 10 years? But I think it'd be really fun for kids to document kind of like this time, what's going on and how different it was, and then maybe compare it. And hopefully it's not the same.
You can start the video.
Or whenever they open it.
Yeah.
So I loved that idea of writing a letter, especially for some older kids. My kids might not be able to do that, but some of the older
They'll be able to tell you some things.
That's true. Or maybe even include some pictures and make it like a little, what do we call that? Oh, we remember. What is that called when you?
Oh, a time capsule.
Time capsule. Create a time capsule. The other one I really liked was a white elephant book swap. So like if your kids are maybe like have some great books that are relevant to their grade right now, and maybe they've like are at a new reading level. So maybe they go to a book swap with some kids in the neighborhood that would need some of those books if they don't have siblings and stuff that need them. Anyways, I thought that would be fun. Or maybe you just exchange for the summer just to get some new reading material. And you could do the cute little bookworm.
Yeah, that would be
with
cute,
that,
right?
and, and have like a little.
We have like thousands of ideas. Our brains go like a mile a minute. We could think of more ideas than we could actually ever put out. Our favorite, I'm pretty sure we're getting close on our time, but we also talked about teacher gifts the other day on there because it's kind of hard because you're not with your teachers. Of course, we think all of you deserve a treat. Spoil yourselves, you're the best teacher, buy what you want. But if you want to give something to your teachers back at school, we were thinking the easiest way is probably like an Amazon gift card because you can just email it to them. And that would be a great way to show your appreciation if you want to do something without having to go to the school. But another idea, a lot of them are having like, well, my kids are older, they're having clean out lockers and time and all of this. Like you easily could drop stuff at an office, some little goodies and have them put them in their teacher boxes, and they could come get them when they came. I had a teacher friend that says, do not give candles, do not give food. She doesn't want any of that. She's like, gift cards are awesome. What else to say? Oh, notes. She loves personal notes from parents and from kids, especially if they help your child with something big that year. And that can even be due during quarantine. A lot of teachers have really stepped up and reached out to those kids that really were struggling, and maybe that was your kid. And so appreciation goes a long way. So, yeah. So I feel like I should be cut off. Am I cut off? I feel like
you guys were awesome. Like those are some fantastic ideas. Like I have a sixth grader. I don't have a senior, but she is feeling all the emotional preteen skills right now. And so I am gonna print off all of the cute little things and do a mini graduation for her because she's dying. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And everybody, you guys you were saying you have a 50% off sale right now on your site, right?
It's on the quarantine's 50% off. Well, there's lots of stuff on sale, but that's definitely on sale for 50% off. Yeah. So
and everybody go to your Instagram. The
I didn't
moment
even
to
tell
celebrate.
them, right? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I didn't even introduce ourselves because we've been on a couple weeks ago. I just figured everybody knows us. We are the sisters from the Moments to Celebrate. So we have an online store. You can follow us on IG at the Moments to Celebrate. We'd love to have you follow, and we love input on products that we can make. So share.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Our next speaker. Oh, and P.S. Look at that cute little baby.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
one
there's
of the
baby
pairs.
Owen. He is
And
so cute.
oh, there he is. Our next speaker is Cheryl. And I met Cheryl at a meetup. Gosh, I don't even know when that was, Cheryl. It was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Our speaker, and she was amazing. And she has an Instagram, Super Moms for Real. And I love this because if you follow her on Instagram, like you are real, Cheryl. Like you say it how it is, and you make me laugh, and you make me cry, and all the things. And so she's going to be talking to us about our kids and their mental health and what we can do to help them. So introduce yourself, and we're super excited to hear what you have to say.
Hi guys, I'm Cheryl, and my account is Super Mamas for Real, the number 4. And I started it a couple of years ago. For the last 10 or 15 years, I've really been focused on strengthening moms and families and things like that. And then in the last 2 to 3 years, we have started having some mental health challenges with specifically one of our kids, but other kids are also showing symptoms of some of these things. And so my passion and focus has kind of shifted a little bit to include mental health education and advocacy, and feeling like we really need to talk about it more and bring it out in the open. So I just wanted to start out by saying, hasn't all of our mental health been affected during all of this quarantine and pandemic and everything? I think everybody has felt anxiety, has had days where you didn't want to get out of bed. You know, those are mental health symptoms and issues. And I told my husband, your feelings of anxiousness surrounding this are what I feel every day, because I have anxiety myself. So, so I think it's important to acknowledge, especially like we just talked about, all these kids who are missing out on all of these last of the year things, missing their friends, missing these big ceremonies and rituals that are helping them get to the next level. We're all dealing with mental health challenges right now. And I want to tell you a story about my daughter. She's 12 now, but I realized a couple of years ago that when she would say a family prayer, she always prayed that we would have fun and be happy. And honestly, wouldn't we all like to feel happy all of the time? But that's not life. And so we had a talk in our family about how feeling happy is great and we wish we could stay there, but life is challenging and we aren't always going to be able to just feel happy all the time. And so we need to talk about all the emotions and all the feelings and not label them as bad or good, because there's nothing wrong with being angry or mad or sad or discouraged or all of those things. Happy is not the end all be all. You know, the movie Inside Out, you can't have the happy without the sad. They all play a role in our mental health. And unfortunately, I don't think I really paid attention to my kids' mental health till we were almost in crisis mode with one of my kids. And I realized some of the things that I hadn't done very well. And so now I want to help other people teach their kids how to process their emotions. I think that's really important, that especially these days, our kids are feeling lots of emotions, and not telling them, oh, you're going to be okay. Just suck it up. You're going to be okay. But letting them sit in that and feel it. And yes, we can teach them some coping skills and things like that, but not dismissing their pain. That's really harmful to mental health. And I think one of my friends said, who's a therapist, said, if you ignore the hurt and the pain and all that, it comes out sideways. So it comes out in other ways. It comes out in anger. It comes out in depression. It comes out in lots of other unhealthy ways. And so we've got to feel it to deal with it, to heal it. And so letting our kids feel those emotions. Second of all, you have to work on your own mental health so that you are healthy enough to help them cope with things. If our own mental health isn't great, we're not going to deal with things in a very positive way. When I'm irritable and upset because I'm not dealing with my own stuff, I snap at my kids and I dismiss their pain, maybe because I'm in pain. So working on our own mental health. Also trusting your instinct with your kids. If you feel like something is off with them, trust that. Lots of questions are, I deal mostly with teens on my account, but this goes for all kids. If all kids feel sadness, anxiety, things like that, and to normalize those behaviors for them. Everyone feels that. That's okay to feel that way. But it's duration and intensity if you want to watch for if things aren't just right. If things are lasting more than a couple of weeks into a month or so, you may want to take them in to get seen by somebody. If the reactions to certain experiences are way over the top, they're getting super angry and kicking and hitting and punching and all of that over things, and that continues on, you may want to get them help for that. So, but trust that mom instinct, because you will know when this is different than my child has exhibited before. Look into getting them help. There's just one quote. I don't know how I'm doing on time. I didn't even pay attention. Am I good? Okay. There's a quote that I absolutely love that I can send out if you want, or you can look on, it's actually on my account as well. It says, beneath every behavior is a feeling, and beneath every feeling is a need. And when we meet that need, rather than focus on the behavior, we begin to deal with the cause and not the symptom. And that's by Ashley Warner, who's a family psychologist. So really, their behaviors are messages to you about what the true, what's really going on beneath the surface. So that's kind of my what I was going to say. Does anyone have any questions?
That was amazing. That was amazing. Like we've dealt with mental health issues with our family as well, and I don't know anybody that doesn't. But those tips were spot on. So thank you, thank you. Who has questions? Anyone?
You can always message me too.
And if you think of something, we can open it up for questions at the end.
Yeah.
So if you think of something. So thank you, Cheryl. Everybody go check out her Instagram, Super Mamas for Real. And she has got some amazing stuff. And I'm going to go look at that quote because I feel like I need to screenshot it.
Thank you, Cheryl.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, she's got some great stuff. But I love one of the things that struck me about your account and the reason we talk about this a lot is like their emotions that are under the surface. Like anger is easy to feel. It comes out very easily,
right.
Or sadness. But like what's under that. And so I think, and every child is so different. Everyone's so different that we have kind of different things going on, and it's not the same. So,
well, anger is often a secondary emotion. It's often manifesting disappointment or hurt or discouragement, and it's coming out as anger. So,
oh, absolutely. I love what you said. How if you ignore it, it comes out sideways, because it's so true. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much. If you guys have any more questions, we can discuss this again at the end. So thank you, Cheryl. We are going to have our last speakers. And you guys, I'm super excited to have the party collab on with Melanie and Sarah. And they are just like two spunky gals, and I absolutely love them. So they're going to share with us some fun ideas on how to connect with their family. So ladies, take it away.
First of all, hello. We made it. I'm Melanie. I think a lot of you know
Sarah.
So we're super excited to be here with everyone.
after a race across town.
Yeah, sorry about that. So some ways that we thought you can reconnect with the family is some things that we've seen of people during quarantine. They've been doing a lot of, hey guys, we need to plan when we're going to Zoom. They're planning when they're going to talk to each other, planning when they're going to do virtual games and play word
Jackbox
Scrabble.
TV.
Yeah. So that does not need to go away. We can still plan. If we can't get together, we can still plan that time. It doesn't mean that just goes away. So that's one of them. What else would you add?
I think I would probably say that still connecting via text is gonna be really good for people. I enjoy when my family texts me, like my group chat with my family has been more active because we're not seeing each other in person. And I really enjoy that connection with my family. But we have some ideas for like when you decide we're all going to get together in real life, in person, face to face. And I'm so excited about some of these.
Yes.
Start. Do you have our list? Where's our list? We're all discombobulated.
Yeah, it's all over. But we all know that the sun is shining outside and the blooms are blossoming and it's wonderful. So we know that barbecue season is right here with us and / around the corner. And this is one thing that we can all do. What Sarah said, she's like, it's like natural social distancing. You're already outside. People, like the kids are off playing on the trampoline. You're off making stuff at the grill.
And people will naturally just be able to sit further apart. So having a barbecue in your backyard is a great way to get people together in a safe way.
And with that, it can also be just outdoor activities. Because, I mean, even if you or your family and close friends or whatever feel comfortable, but not 100% comfortable, you can still have these outside activities. So something else was maybe, like water party. So who here drinks water? Great. Forget that. We're going to throw water at each other. So you can have just release all of this anger or anything you've had inside of you and get water balloons and just
water guns
and a slip and slide. Sprinklers.
That's going to get everybody involved together. Sprinklers. Yes. I didn't even think about sprinklers.
Sprinklers underneath the trampoline. Favorite childhood time.
Yeah. And then we had this idea for a scavenger hunt, but it's not your regular scavenger hunt.
It is better.
Way better. It's a selfie scavenger hunt.
Now, Sarah, tell us, what is a selfie scavenger hunt?
Well, you break up into teams. You've got your list, which if you want a copy of the list on our website, we have it. It's thepartyclub.com, but it's going to have a list of things you do on your team and take pictures of everybody doing. And you can pick your own hashtag and upload it to social media. You can create a shared album on your phones, anything like that.
Yeah, and with that, like some of the things she had is sitting in the shade, a selfie with the mailbox, like things that you would be walking around your neighborhood and doing. Yes. And they were so cute. Like I would do it, and I'm in my 20s. I'm not a kid. It's fun for everyone.
Like heart hands and whatever, with the street sign, all the things. So you can go around your neighborhood, around your town and find these things and have the most creative scavenger hunt pictures. And then you have prizes awarded and everybody gets to vote.
So this is it's not, some of these ideas are not, hey, let's have a party because it's the party of the end of the world. It's more like, hey, how do we just continue this creative fun? Because we've seen a lot of people be super creative right now with the products they're selling and the business they're still doing and the I don't know, making chalk designs on their driveway so neighbors can enjoy that when they're on their evening stroll. So this is the same kind of thing, like continued creativity is really what we want to push.
Yeah. And yesterday, Melanie and I were together and we created balloon garlands to take around to some seniors in my neighborhood. And we talked a lot about like what we could do for those who are graduating, who this is a huge milestone in their life. And regardless of what your school is doing, you can still have your own celebration. And we talked about how neighborhoods could do a parade of all the graduates. So they get in the back of a truck and you know, all their family follows them around and they wave to everybody and have confetti or candy or whatever for a parade. What else did we talk about?
A social distancing prom, since that's something that a lot of people are also being cut out of, is you could do it in the backyard, you know, like segregate. I think of 80s movies when all the little girls are on one side and all the little boys on the other. Not like that, kind of like that, but not like that, but still do some kind of like fun prom, make it sweet, get it creative.
And the one thing I would stress is hiring someone to take the photos. So you can be present in the activity. So you're not busy making sure you're recording it. Hire somebody. That is going to be money well spent, because you're not getting all of the same memories you would have gotten with a proper graduation, a proper prom. Hire somebody so you can be present. My neighbors did their own prom in their backyard, and they hired a photographer to come and take all their pictures and do formal, you know, funny prom poses as a family. So mom and dad did like ridiculous prom poses, and the sisters, you know, all of the sisters all sat together and made those classic prom photos, but they have these essential photos that are professional still. Or for your graduation party, if you are throwing one with your family or whatever, you have those photos that are not just from your iPhone, but they've been taken by somebody, catching those candid moments that you may miss while you're being present in the situation.
And that is like the best thing that we can come up with for transitioning and continuing the fun, creativity, family connection, friend connection, because life still goes on and so does all the fun.
Yeah.
The party will go on.
Yay. Okay, does anyone have any questions for us?
Ladies, that was awesome. I was just typing up, I'm always behind the camera instead of in the pictures. And so I have to remind myself, like, ask someone else to take the pictures. Like, it's okay to have someone else do it. So
yeah,
that's a big deal. And you guys, I love the scavenger hunt idea. Like, how fun is that for families? Like, that's so fun. Love it.
Thanks.
Okay, I want to see, do you guys have a picture of your balloon thing that you guys made?
On our Instagram, which you can find at the Party Collab.
Okay, I'll have to go and look at that. I'll have to go and look at that.
Yeah.
And there's also a missionary homecoming. So we said, hey,
we're walking down the road with the balloon art.
Yeah. And so we put it on their porch. So when they all came in, they had balloons also, but it just kind of added to the excitement of, oh, there's someone coming home. It's a party.
Oh, that's so exciting. And someone asked on the chat, if you have a scavenger hunt, is it on your Instagram or is it on your website?
On our website, thepartycollab.com.
And you can get to it from your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. All right, does anybody have any questions before we stop the recording? Or anybody want to share anything that is helping them to stay in this new normal right now? Veronica?
Hey, Amanda, thank you so much for running today. You guys, I'm on my way back from St. George, so I knew it'd be a little spotty possibly, but we really, this week we wanted to focus on what does life look like coming out of all of this? So that's why we talked about mental health. That's why we talked about how we can increase family connection and celebrate the moments that are happening. So I hope you got something from this. Maybe you're going to come up with your own creative ideas and ways to continue the connection, because really it's about people. And so if you've been missing people in your life, continue, like was said, continue the texting, continue maybe doing a video call. And if you could get in person, that's even better, you know. But kind of think about what life for you is going to be like as you transition out of this. What does work look like? What does your kids' activities look like? We're going into summer and lots of things happen there, but it already feels like kind of a summer feel because we don't have as much structure. But kind of give that some thought and decide what you want life to look like for you personally. So, Amanda, did you have any other thoughts?
No, I completely agree with you guys. I thought there was so much good information here. I feel like it was such a good way to launch into this new normal. Like, I feel like where there's so much unknown and so many things, like we have to take the time right now, and we have to be in the present, and we need to be aware of what's going on with our families, and we need to celebrate right now, and we need to make the most of the things that we have going on. And so I appreciate you guys sharing all this amazing stuff. Veronica and I have some really fun things coming up. We are planning some fun ideas. We have a retreat coming up in the fall, and we are doing a Mother's Day gifts coming up, and this week we're going to be doing those. And so we're just trying to kick off this new normal with some really exciting things. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording right now, and then we can